crack-a-lackin' folks. So today we're gonna do a little unboxing. Got a few things from Tackle Warehouse, a few different other places. Got a couple reels we're gonna unbox. I got a couple rods on the way that are not here yet, but I want to go ahead and unbox what I have so far because there actually is a lot of stuff to go through. So hopefully you like something like this, something a little different than what I normally do. So instead of just getting out there and fishing, you get to see what I'm kind of using. So we'll go about it and see how you like it. So what do you think it is? Get you a little peek of it. Alright, this is going to be the Garcia Revo X. Actually, all my bait casting setups until this point, I used the Pro Maxes. This thing right here has caught me. Yeah, this right here, I don't know if it's exact reel, but caught me my 8.6 largemouth. So these reels, I love them a lot. I've used them for a few years now, and so I've pretty much integrated all my reels to this. I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone a little bit and getting other reels now. So we'll see how I like them, but yeah, so that's kind of what I've been using. This has got 8 bearings. The ratio is 7-to-1. There we go, 7-to-1. This ratio is 7-to-1, so I like it. It does the job for me. It's very versatile. I use it on everything I throw. So yeah, so that's what I've been using. So that's what it's like in my hand. I'll give a more in-depth review of this reel and the other reel I got on a separate video. Be a little bit shorter, but I'll do a whole separate review. But this is one of the reels I got. Yeah, so this is the Revo X Garcia. What holds the baits? How about that? So this is a lure lock. This is just the 4101 series for lure lock. I'm gonna start getting more and more of these. I don't have any of them, but I'm gonna buy a couple of them every month, I think, maybe more. But if you're not familiar with lure lock, basically what it does is it keeps all your lures intact into one section, and it doesn't bang up against like your other ones. They keep your baits actually stuck into the bottom of here. It's a technology they have, but kind of give you like you just seen those. Check this out. So things actually hold the baits in there. But yeah, so yeah, this is technology that Lure Lock has. They're able to keep your baits inside without clinking together, and they're able to be stuck to wherever you want them to be at. So yeah, it's kind of cool technology they got. We'll go over it more once we get some baits opened up. I'll throw some stuff in here and you guys can check them out. So yeah, so this is the Lure Lock. This is just a trailer for a jig. You can throw these. These are really good trailers. 3.25 inch. So that's what it looks like in my hand. There's not very good lighting in here, but those are very aggressive in the water. That's the PB&J collar. Little purplish action. This is the pack of junk. This is the 3-inch, and this is in the Sun Perch. So next we got the infamous Googan baits. We'll do a few of these I got here. I've got the Kraken Craw and I've got the Bandito Bug. I'm a very big fan of them. Not just the hype around the Googan squad in general, but I mean just as I say that, I got the hat on. That's funny. But I like the company. I've watched a lot of them throughout the years. John B actually went to the college I went to, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, so I support them. But this is an actual really good bait, the Bandito Bug. So I'll give you let you take a look at these. This one in particular is the black and blue flake. So this is what this one looks like. Also, they have a very unique smell. Kind of like it's like a mixture between a power bait and a super salty, like zoom bait. But it smells like fish would be all over this. If you haven't used them, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you used them, you know what I'm talking about. Not a lot of people have the scent like this does. So yeah, that's the Bandito bug. I'll give you a quick look at the other collar I've got here. So that's the watermelon red flake. Their elasticity is pretty good. A lot of people complain about you can only use these a few times. That's one of the downfalls to them. I can get a good use out of one of these Bandito bugs. They're lunker logs, that's the same thing. I can get a good use out of them. Just me personally, I found another company with the stick style baits that I get off of another website that I buy in bulk that does me just fine. Next, we'll go with the Kraken crawls, black and blues. I like to stick to darker collars because I fish a lot of more muddier water. So that's the Kraken crawl. So next we got the bigger style. I think that was the 3-inch. I think this is the 4-inch. So that's the 4-inch. That's more for your Texas rig. These other ones are for like a jig trailer. I really like this collar. This is one of my favorite collars. The watermelon red flake for them. So that's the Kraken call. Watermelon red flake. The difference you'll see in these compared to, like, let's say the smaller trench hog is they don't have as much detail, and that's straight up. There's a little bit of detail here, but there's nothing compared to what they put in such a small bait compared to their Kraken crawl there. So this is another jig trailer here. Coffee scented. These are the 3-inch, I believe. 3-inch, yep. So that's the Strike King Rage Tail swim bait head. So that's your swim bait head. That's what I was using the other day, except I was throwing a shaky head on a swim bait. You can do it. It's a little unorthodox, a little different, but if you don't have the right tackle, you can do it. So that's got some swim bait heads. Yeah, so this is the swim bait heads I was talking about. So finally got some of those. I got these in these are the 3/16 ounce. These are made by Dirty Jigs. Then I've also got the 3/8 ounce. So get a little bit deeper into the water column there. That's going to be good for in the summer, I think. Try to get on some deeper fish with swim baits. Next, I've bought I think these are Alabama crawl. Nope. Okay. So we got one jig from Dirty Jigs. That's an Alabama crawl. That's your Alabama crawl. And this is going to be your PB&J. They're both 3/8 ounce. So I'll get one of these out here. Might as well. It's just a pitch and jig. So got those. And then, like, I mean, for example, with these PB&J, this trailer, I'm not gonna put it on, but that's gonna be perfect for that. Next, we'll go over some Trocar. These are my wacky worm hooks. These are going to be your wide gap 2/0 Trocar hooks. In my opinion, these are the absolute best hooks for wacky rigging. Yeah, there's different scenarios that can cause for a different hook. So if you're throwing in a lot of grass and a lot of moss and stuff to get hung up on, I still throw these hooks around trees. Some people don't. I do. I just watch. I'm smart about where I let it fall. But so these are just your typical wide gap. These aren't octopus hooks. These are just your typical wide gap hooks. Try to get one off here for you. There's no weed guard on that, and that's what I was going to say too about the other scenario or the other hook you could use. You could throw one that's got a weed guard on it, and it helps it from getting hung up a little bit better. But I just don't. That's my preference. So, but yeah. So that's that. Next, we got greenfish tackle. We got spinnerbait here. This is also going to be a 3/8 ounce. So that's going to be my spinnerbait. Like I said, it's a 3/8 ounce. It's going to be really good for pre-spawn, in my opinion, and then post-spawn. Post-spawn, when the shad spawn starts happening, that's going to be a good transitional bait there. We've got the Lucky Craft crankbait. This is the 1.0. So that's this one. This is one of my favorite crankbaits. I've had to buy a few of these actually. So a little expensive. Crankbaits are expensive. So, but other than that, it's got great collar in my opinion. It comes with pretty good hooks. I always change out my hooks to Gamakatsus, but that's the hooks that come with. They are pretty good though. If you don't want to change them, I don't think you have to, but I do. Next, we got the Red Crawdad Rip and Wrap lipless crankbait. That's a must, in my opinion. This time of year, this is going to be really good. I'm actually going to probably use this today when I go out today and fish. So we're going to throw this around a little bit and see what happens. So, but yeah, that's that one. I almost forgot this mother loving thing. So I haven't even opened this yet. So this just came out not too long ago. I'm pretty sure this is the bait I seen, and it was going hot on Tackle Warehouse. So of course I had to buy it. And I didn't read no description. I didn't read. Oh my god! I didn't read anything about it. And I was just like, well, everybody's buying it, so I gotta buy it. And then they sent this. I thought this was like a walking spook kind of thing, but they sent me a freaking 8-inch walking bait that's used for saltwater fishing by Ema. Ema Fishing. Chinese. So, yeah, that's what I got. That's the size of their hook. So yeah, it's I mean, it's a great looking lure, but yeah, I'm gonna have to catch a 10-pounder on this. I think we'll have to fish some farm ponds to hook into something. That'd be cool to catch something with this. So they nicknamed it the Big Stick. The Big Stick. So yeah, that's my one mistake. This was the most expensive lure I've bought out of this, I believe. 100%. Yeah, so this is the Big Stick by Ema Fishing. Don't buy it unless you're trying to catch a 10-pounder or you're saltwater fishing for tarpon or GTs. So, I can't even get it back. Oh, there we go. Okay, so. Thank you.